When Sith have nightmares, I am the face they see. These words belong to Darth Phobos, a name whispered in terror, even among the Sith. Known as the Hidden Fear, she was not only a master of the dark side, but the embodiment of fear itself. Born on the Sith homeworld of Korriban thousands of years before the Clone Wars, Darth Phobos was a Thelan female of striking appearance, green skin, piercing yellow eyes, and long blue hair. But it wasn't her appearance that made her legendary. Phobos was manipulative, cunning, and ruthless. She mastered mental domination, using the Force to twist the minds of the weak, bending them to her will. To her, fear wasn't just a weapon, it was her sustenance. Her ambition drove her to murder countless Sith rivals in her rise to power. But this came at a price. Eventually, her fellow Sith grew wary of her treachery. They conspired against her, ambushed her starship in orbit over Korriban, and sent it crashing down. The Sith believed her destroyed, but Phobos survived. In the shadows, she began to build something far more dangerous, a cult. Her disciples worshipped her as a dark goddess, obeying her without question. They spread across the galaxy, carrying out assassinations, spreading terror, and recruiting others into her service. Soon, whispers of Phobos' survival began to spread. The Sith themselves gave her a name, the Hidden Fear. She had become a ghost story and a living nightmare. Her cult grew so powerful that both Jedi and Sith were forced into an uneasy alliance. United by fear of what she represented, they launched a campaign to end her reign of terror. In the end, Phobos was defeated in a climactic battle. She was finally slain, but her cult endured, and the terror she inspired echoed for centuries. Her legend became so deeply ingrained in the galaxy that the Jedi themselves preserved her memory. Within the Jedi Temple, Phobos was reborn in the form of a trial, the Trial of Insight. For Jedi Padawans seeking knighthood, this was a test of the mind. To face Phobos meant confronting one's deepest fear and learning to see through deception. To the Jedi, she was more than a Sith Lord. She was fear incarnate, immortalized as a teacher of truth. To the Jedi, she was more than a Sith Lord. She was fear incarnate, immortalized as a teacher of truth. Centuries later, her shadow returned once again. In 3 BBY, Darth Vader's secret apprentice, Starkiller, entered the abandoned Jedi Temple on Coruscant. There, in the darkened archives, he came face to face with the simulacrum of Darth Phobos. But this was no ordinary duel. Phobos appeared before him in the form of Juno Eclipse, the woman he cared for most. She feigned weakness, pretended to be in pain, and then struck, wielding her double-bladed lightsaber. Throughout the battle, Phobos shifted forms, duplicating herself and using illusions to cloud Starkiller's vision. She taunted him, whispering his fears back at him, feeding on his hesitation. She had discovered the truth. Starkiller's greatest fear was losing Juno Eclipse, but Starkiller did not falter. Seeing through the lies, he countered her illusions with strength and clarity. Phobos begged him for mercy, taking Juno's form one last time, but Starkiller was not deceived. With a final strike of his lightsaber, he destroyed her phantom once and for all. Darth Phobos was remembered for more than her cult or her illusions. She was a master of the Force, conjuring illusions, lightning, telekinesis, speed, teleportation, and psychological warfare. Her double-bladed lightsaber became a relic of legend, recreated by those who studied her dark arts. Though her story may have ended in death, her legacy lived on. To the Jedi, she was a trial. To the Sith, a nightmare. To her followers, a goddess. Darth Phobos was more than just a Sith Lord. She was fear itself. The scent of your fear is intoxicating. Comment, like for more videos.